Hello and welcome back. I am so glad you're here. If you are one of my subscribers, I want to say thank you so much for joining me again. It has been a long time since I've done a video. I have just been busy doing some LinkedIn learning videos, doing some speaking engagements, and just life in general. So I'm so happy to be back on YouTube, and I promise you I will be doing way more of these tips going forward. So without any further ado, let's get into today's lesson. Today, I'm going to show you how to do an animated logo, specifically an animated GIF, right, in PowerPoint. And I'm going to show you how this can be beneficial to add a little bit more life to your slides. And let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun and do something cool with it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy this logo, and I'm going to create a new document. All right. So I'm going to create a new presentation. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want the size of the frame to be the same, around the same size as the logo. So I'm going to go to Design, Slide Size, and I'm going to go to Page Setup. Let's do 7.5 for width, and let's do height 5.
Bruh.
And the reason is when we export this as an animated GIF, if you have the pasteboard or the artboard bigger than your graphic, then you have this really large bounding box around it, and it's just annoying. So you'd want to create a custom size for your animated GIF. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create like a shine, an animated shine that's going to pass over the skate club words right here. And so what we're just going to go ahead and do is create a rectangle. So I'm just going to draw something like this. Let's say we wanted to always, this is a bonus tip. This is just something that kind of annoys me sometimes. It's like every time you draw a shape, if I draw a circle, it's going to be the same thing with the stroke on it, and I don't want that. So let's say we want this to always be white when we create a shape. Just make it white, shape outline, no outline. So now if I right click this and go to set as default shape, anytime I create a shape, like an arrow or something, it's always going to be white. Okay. So that's just a little tip right there. So, okay, now we have our shape over here. So it's just a white rectangle, and I'm going to go to Format Pane, and right here on this nice little shape here, I'm going to go to Effects, and I'm going to go to Soft Edges. And you'll see I'm just going to drag the slider, and you can see my soft edges are happening right here. Let's make this a little bit wider, something like that. And let's make our soft edges something like that. Perfect. We want it to extend the whole top and bottom. You know, I'm going to turn it a little bit. And let's see, we don't want it to go over his leg. Let's see, something like this, maybe. Okay, that works. So now, what we're going for here is we want this to animate over the text like this to kind of create a shine, right? So that looks kind of cool. Let's make that also, let's go ahead and lower the transparency so you can see through it. That's perfect. We want it just to be a nice little addition to it, right? So let's just go ahead and start it right here. Now we're going to use our good friend Morph right here. So Morph, if you don't know, is a great transition that, man, it has made my life so much easier. And most designers that know about Morph, it has made your lives so much easier. All you have to do is basically duplicate your slide. So I'm on a Mac right now. I'm hitting Command D. And now I've duplicated the slide. On the second instance of this slide, I'm going to move the shine over to the right. So let's just move it over. I'm actually just holding on the shift key to make sure it doesn't shift at all. And you'll see that it's going to go from left to right. Now, once I enable Morph on this second slide, you'll see just show the preview of it going from left to right. Now, I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to duplicate the slide again, hitting Command D on my Mac. And I'm just going to bring it back over to the left like so. Okay, perfect. So now it's going to come in. It's going to go from left to right. That's awesome. Okay, so now we've got that. Let's do some more stuff here. We have some cool things here. Maybe we can add a little shine on his skateboard. So I'm going to make a new instance of the slide again. I'm going to delete the shine. So that'll just go away automatically. And I'm going to create a circle. Now, since we did set that default shape, it's not going to make that blue with the stroke anymore. It's going to make a white shape, which is great. I'll put it somewhere so you can see it, maybe over his pants. And I'm going to go to the effects again. I'm going to do the same thing with soft edges, make a nice little soft edge there. Let's do another shape. I don't know, this diamond. There we go. Let's do like a diamond shape, and let's make it a little bit larger. And I'm going to do the same thing here. So you'll see what I'm doing actually is just trying to create a little bit more. Yeah, let's do something like that. So then we have this kind of like diamond and a circle shape there. I'm just going to go ahead and group those. And I'm going to move. Oops. Let's see. Hold on one second here. There we go. Okay. So now we've got that grouped, and you can see it just, I wanted to add like a little kind of thing on the inside there, just kind of make it a little bit more of a hard gleam. So, all right. So that looks good. So now that we have that, let's put it right on the edge of the skateboard and do it right here. And I'm going to do a good old fashioned motion path here. I'm going to go to animations, going to go to path animation, and let's do line for now. When you do line, it always goes from up to bottom, but you can just grab the end and you can just move it like so. Let's do something like that. Okay, so right now it's going to animate from here to here. And what I want to do actually after that is I want the gleam to go from top to bottom and then bottom to top. So instead of creating a new motion path, all you have to do is go to auto reverse. And that basically means at the end, so let's hit play, and you can see, so you'll see it goes down and it goes back by itself. Okay, so that's cool. So now we have these instances. So far we have the gleam going, the gleam on the skate club logo over here. We have that gleam going here. Let's do that twice. I'm going to duplicate this slide, so it's going to do that twice. The gleam is going to go from top to bottom, bottom to top, do it twice. And just for kicks, since we are here, let's do something else. I'm going to create a new instance of the slide. I'm going to copy this little shape here. Let's get rid of this animation. And I'm going to use this as a little thing on his eyes here. So let's see. That's true. Let's get rid of the little middle part. Now I'm going to make the inside of his eyes like red, right? So he's like this kind of demonic skate club guy here. Well, let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and create another. I'm just actually option dragging that. I'm going to group his two eyes together. So now we have these eyes, right? So in this new instance of the slide, his eyes will fade in. I'm going to duplicate the slide again, and I'm going to move his eyes over here. So now you'll see when we hit play, his eyes will move from left to right. Okay. So now we have a bunch of stuff going on here. We have the gleam on the logo. We have the gleam on the skateboard, and we have his eyes. So right now I'm going to create some artificial timing. Again, this is a GIF. We're basically creating a little movie, and I'm controlling the movie, the pacing of the movie by inserting frames. I'm not even adjusting the timing of the slides, but of course we can, on the transition, under morph, we can go to duration and make these, shorter durations. But what I'm going to do is, like this gleam, where the gleam comes in, I'm going to add basically some different frames in. So you'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate a couple of these frames. So it'll basically kind of pause for a little bit. All right, so now we have 13 frames. There's only like maybe 3 animations in there, but now we've created some pacing. All right, so rather than me play this back for you right now, I'm gonna go ahead and export this guy as a animated GIF, and we're gonna see what it looks like. But the main thing we wanna make sure is that everything except for that first slide is morph. Right now, the first slide is none. Everything else, as we go through, we wanna make sure it says morph up here, which it does, which is great. So I'm gonna go up to File, Export, and I'm going to export this as an animated GIF. So under file format, you go down to animated GIF, and there's already another version of Skate Club animated logo here. So I'm just going to overwrite it. Let's go ahead for quality. Let's make it extra large for now. Of course, that does make a larger file. So be careful with that. But for now, we're going to make it extra large. One of the most important things is make your background transparent. We want this to be transparent background. Also, another important thing, second spin on each side, just say 0. We don't want to add any additional timing. We want to just have the timing we've already assigned to it. And we want all the slides. So when I hit export, We're going to replace the logo that's already there. And you'll see down here at the bottom, it's creating that logo right now, that animated GIF. And it's working. If this was a smaller GIF, it would be done by now. It's going to be a very quick process. But while it's doing that, let's get out of full screen. And it's done. So let's go ahead. Let's delete this. And let's go to Insert. And we're going to go to Picture from File. And we're going to grab this logo here. And you'll see as soon as I insert this, it'll start playing. So now we have this in here. And the quality is actually not that bad. I see a little bit of artifacts in here, like in the U here, and just in some of the letters, but it's really not bad. But I want you to look right now just at some of the timing we did there. You see the gleaming on the skateboard. It'll do it twice probably. Yep, does it twice. And let's go ahead and get it a little bit better. And his eyes go from left to right. They just kind of pause there. So the timing now, those extra frames that I added adds a little bit more pauses in there. If we didn't add the pauses, it would just kind of do this animation, this animation, this animation. Now we have some kind of pauses in between there. So this is really cool. This is already a really cool logo. Again, we can do it full screen. Now, again, I wouldn't use this maybe so large because quality is not there. But the greatest thing about this is if I copy this logo, instead of this little skate club logo down here at the bottom, let's go ahead and go. I'm going to use a Command Option 1 here on my Mac to get to my Slide Master. I'm going to delete the skate club logo down here at the bottom, and I'm just going to go ahead and paste in the animated GIF we made. I'm just going to bring it down. And the greatest thing when you add this to your Slide Master is you only have one instance of this logo that's in there playing. So you don't have like 20 of these things on each slide. You just have one, and it just sits there and it just looks cool, and it adds this little bit of flair. And I'm going to close the master. So now when you hit play, now this is a tiny logo, but you just look at, there's little teeny things going on. You can barely see it. The little shine on the skateboard, it's just a little teeny touch, just a little bit of playfulness, just adds a little bit more dynamic feel to your presentation. So that's it. That's how you create an animated logo in PowerPoint. This was a little bit more, I added a little extra juice to the logo here. You don't have to do so much, but I just wanted to show you some of the things that are possible. By the way, if you like this tip, please go to my LinkedIn Learning page. I have a ton of tips like this on LinkedIn Learning. Please go check me out. I have tons of tips. I love this stuff, and I love teaching people stuff like this. So I will be back with a new tip. Thank you again for your patience. I will be back with a new tip very soon. And again, let's do some more stuff with Skate Club. I think I have some more fun stuff on the horizon. So thanks for joining me. I will see you next time.